Hi everybody, well it is the 27th of August 2020 and we've got some great news on consoles today. Probably right now if you're just turning your Xbox or PlayStation on. PUBG will be updating to 8.2. So in this video I'm going to be reading through the update patch notes, kind of discussing it, and also what was announced yesterday was in a few days time, well in about a week's time, PUBG will be given away for free on PlayStation as part of the PS Plus subscription service, which basically, 50 million PlayStations have across the world. So potentially this is going to be injecting a massive number of new players into the game. And remember, with crossplay, that benefits Xbox and PlayStation as well. So that is a really cool thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, PUBG Corp will put enough servers online so it won't bugger things up. But hopefully they should have enough spare capacity. And I, for one, am very, very excited about the possibility of PUBG regaining lots of players. And then maybe we'll get things like map selection back, perhaps. But anyway, let's dive in and let's look at update 8.2. We're bringing in some new toys to the Battlegrounds in update 8.2, along with some visual improvements to a few weapons, a nostalgia hit in the main menu, which is probably the best bit of the whole update, and more. New weapon, the MG3, or I guess this is the MG34, the German light machine gun, or you turned into the MG43 later on in the war, didn't it? The latest weapon available in Battlegrounds care packages is the fast-firing MG3 light machine gun with two different rates of fire, a bipod for stability, tracer rounds to help you keep track of your spray, and increase weapon damage to vehicles. There's a new reason to fight over the big red box. Well, there's a good reason to fight over the red box, because with the way that they've taken the M249 out and the and I was going to say the way they've taken the AWM out, but they haven't taken the AWM out. They took the Car 98 out originally, didn't they? And then this shows you how I haven't been playing PUBG. I've forgotten the name of the other bolt action rifle that used to be in the care packages, but they took out. But with the this fast firing LMG, that should be good. Spawns and care packages on all maps in normal matches only, not currently available in ranked matches. The MG3 has two firing modes which change the fire rate between 660 rounds per minute and 990 rounds per minute. Chambered for 7.62, holds 75 rounds and has a muzzle velocity of 820 meters per second. That's pretty damn fast. Tracer rounds are fired every 5th round, as well as for the final 10 bullets of each magazine, letting you know that ammo is running low. Tracer rounds can only be seen by the shooter. Supports optical attachments up to the 6x scope. Does greater damage times, so 1.25, so another quarter when shooting at vehicles. The MG3 has a bipod attached, deploying automatically when prone to greatly improve weapon stability. Interesting. New Throwable, the decoy grenade. Disorient your enemies and cover your movements with the new decoy grenade, available as world loot on Sanhok. The decoy grenade will make fake firing sounds for about 10 seconds after thrown, giving you a few moments to make your move. Obviously, we've had these in other games. Specifically, Call of Duty tends to have a decoy grenade. They can be very... I mean, it's going to be a really cool tool, isn't it, for the final circles. I'm kind of glad they're only putting it on Sanhok, though, because... for me, you see, PUBG... The beauty with PUBG is obviously we have these big maps. We have 100 players dropping in. Okay, I know a fair number of them are bots now. But it's all about the gunplay. Or it should be all be about the gunplay. You know, mano a mano. Sniper rifles, assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns. But it's about shooting at each other, not throwing grenades at each other and stuff like that. The decoy grenade is a new throwable which mimics gunshot sounds, purposely made to be used as a tactical item to distract and outwit your opponents. Available only on Sanhok in normal matches as a rare world spawn item, not available in rank mode. Decoy grenades can be cooked to reduce their detonation time out of the hand and are thrown just like other grenades. Upon detonation, decoy grenades generate random gunshots for 10 seconds and eject shell casings to add to the guise of real gunfire. That's quite a posh grenade. Beware, they're not waterproof. Dropping one into water will disable its effects. Decoy grenades don't currently spawn in training mode. Gameplay. We've had the LMG, light machine guns, weapon balance adjustments. Camera wobble of LMGs during prone has been reduced. There has been no actual change made to the weapons, however players will be able to shoot LMGs in prone more stably due to reduced camera shake and presumably more accurately. New damage multiplier to vehicles has been updated to the LMGs with the MG3, 1.25, so it does a quarter more damage. The DP28, that's the dinner plate 28, 1.15, and the M249, the SAW, 1.1. Weapon remodel and retexture. The M416, favourite of mine, the SKS, another favourite of mine, and the Car 98, and sometimes, has been remodelled from scratch to a high level of visual quality. Along with their visual update, weapon sounds of these weapons has been overhauled to match the improved quality, so that's going to be interesting. I've heard through the rumour mill that is Twitch that people aren't always that happy with these changes in sounds, but hey, let's make a decision for ourselves. To offer some more context on the gun sound changes included in this update, our goal was to increase the realism and quality of the sounds of the M416, SKS and Car 98K. The Car 98K and SKS had their local and remote gunfire audio modified. This is both the sound you hear when firing your own weapon and when others fire theirs. For the M416, we were happy with the remote gunshot audio, but it wasn't very recognisable as an M416 when compared to the local sound you'd hear when firing it yourself, so we decided to completely update the local sound and leave the remote sound as it is. You know, sometimes I think PUBG Corp, the developers behind PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, they like making work for themselves. Maybe they've got too many people there, and they think we can't have these people sitting around doing nothing. Let's get them doing other stuff. And you think, well, you don't really need to be working on this stuff, peeps, but there we go. Care package updates. C4, so that's the remote explosive that will kill you through walls, has been added to care packages on all maps except Karakin. The MG3 has been added to care packages on all maps. The C4 and MG3 are not available in ranked mode. Now we've got some changes to the world. Erangel docks. 4 docks have been added to Erangel. 2 docks have been added to existing wharves, one at Novaropoin and the other at Ferry Pier. So Novo's on the island, isn't it? On the eastern side of Military Base Island. Ferry Pier's on the south coast of Chernerus. Chernerus? This isn't Daisy, Erangel. The southern beach of Erangel mainland and Sosnofka Island also have docks added. Alright, okay, so there's 4. All destructible wooden shacks have been replaced with concrete indestructible shacks. This is a temporary change due to a technical issue with destructible shacks. Okay, so don't go driving through them like we used to. Quality of life improvements, helmet hide function. So what you can do now is if you go into the settings, you can have an option that hides your helmet. For you, not for everybody else. Sometimes you just want to look good for you. For those moments, you can now toggle off your helmet to maintain your default costume pieces, even after you protect your noggin with a fine level 3 helmet. This functionality is purely cosmetic, and other players will still see you with a helmet on. But you'll at least get the satisfaction of enjoying your chicken dinner in full Alex the Dinosaur costume glory. I think that's why you've done it, isn't it? Because of skins. When helmet hide is enabled, your hoodie, hat, or other head covering will remain visible, even when wearing a helmet. To all other players, you'll still be seen wearing, equipping, and otherwise interacting with your helmet. This is a local visual change only shown for players who enable it. Helmet hide is disabled by default. You can enable it in the settings or by clicking the option in the inventory. Equipable slots for head and helmet are now Equipable slots for head and helmet are now separated. Equipping a helmet now won't automatically drop your hat or other cosmetic item in the head slot. There you go. I don't recommend you have that on. Wear the helmet you pick up. Performance. The following performance improvements have been made. Improved front loading process to reduce game stuttering and hitching. Optimize the process for loading character data to reduce incidences of stuttering, hitching, and ensure a more stable frame rate. The item table is now preloaded on the client backend, which results in items loading quicker. Refactored the on-screen key guide widget to reduce potential instances of stuttering and hitching. Improve the game from hitching when loading a character in the inventory screen. Gained usable memory through weapon sound audio related optimization. We've now got an esports tab. So this is something that people ask for a long time, and saying, look, PUBG used to, and I guess still probably has, I know with COVID this year it's been a bit more difficult, has a pretty amazing esports calendar where, you know, and the beauty with PUBG, I think, rather than games like Call of Duty, and is that when people are playing PUBG competitively, you can really relate to what they're doing. You know, you can really, you know, you can see, oh, I understand why he's doing that. I can see that rotation. I can see why they're doing that. And it's really good fun to watch. But the problem was you always had to go off to Twitch or YouTube to watch it. But now you're going to be able to watch it within the game, which is excellent. The esports tab has been updated to include PCS2 information and the next Pick'em challenge. When the challenge unlocks, you can head over and make your prediction just like before. Grab as many points as you can and pick up some of the great new PCS2 items. Esports tab will be available from 8.2 live server update to September 23rd. Menu breakdown. Overview page will now feature a total of 4 pages. All right, okay. You can look at that yourself. Background music selection, here we go. Oh my god, I almost cried when I did this. You can now have the original music, the launch music. I mean, you can have the original music as well from when it was back in early access. But you can have the PUBG. I mean, if you only got PUBG on PlayStation, you won't know what this music was. But it's I think it's launch music, I think they call it. But it's what we had on the Xbox when Xbox was in early access and all that time. And sure, okay, you do get a little bit bored of the music and you'll want to turn it off, especially if you're a streamer, because you won't want, or a YouTuber, because you won't want copyright claims against your videos. But just to hear that original music, brought back so many fantastic memories. Match history. Your new match history section has been added to the career tab. You can now view your most recent 20 matches, review match records from both normal and ranked matches. Records over 30 days old cannot be viewed in detail. Leaving a match early or disconnecting due to an error will prevent that match from being recorded in your match history. New loading screen for the training mode. In-game UI improvements. Unified the style and location of round buttons to improve the visual experience. Improved irregular title locations on some screens. Design of badges, tags, wide pop-up screens and drop-down menus has been improved. Emote settings improvement. Now you can double-click to equip or unequip an emote. Drag and drop emotes in the emote wheel to change slots or unequip emotes. Improved system messages. Improved system messages displayed in case of server maintenance, server overload, external provider authentication, failure, etc. to be more clear, so you'll know why the game doesn't work. Store UI update. When bonus items are included in sets, they are now displayed in the bonus gift section of the item preview screen. Now all set items are displayed on the character while previewing an emote, and there's a hashtag feature. Items will be filtered by each hashtag and displayed on the item list. Item preview. If an item is on sale, a tag with a discount rate will be displayed on the top left-hand corner of the item. An item that has been released within the last 7 days will get a new badge indication in the top left-hand corner. Added CPP icons. Previously, platform icons only showed my platform and other platform. Now we have added platform icons for all 3 platforms to help distinguish which platform other players are playing on. Friends list rework. The friends list has undergone a visual and functional rework. More detailed status of a friend, such as on your team, is now displayed. Friends tab now displays last online state of offline player on the friends list. Player on the recent tab now displays the point of time last played with. Invites. Now player can invite a player already in a team. Accepting this invite will make the player move from the existing team to the new team. Follow friends rename to add remove friends. Now, custom matches. New system message for custom match. New message has been added when players are kicked by match observers. This is to clearly distinguish messages in situations where a player has been kicked by the host versus being kicked for cheating or another rules of conduct offence. Yeah, cool. Now, here we go. This is a massive thing that they're kind of just slipping in a custom match update part 2. New modes and presets are added. We now have the zombie mode, which is amazing. They had this on PC for, I don't know, 2 years, I think. So zombie mode is PUBG, where I think one team starts off as Do they all start? I think, well, we'll have to play it, but I think there's one team who've got to stay alive and everybody else is zombies, and you've got to try and track them down and kill them. War mode conquest. Default preset. We are planning to provide much configuration observing. The problem with this stuff, though, and maybe this will be sorted out when we have a few more million PlayStation players coming to the game, is that there's hardly any games on there at the moment. Skin and items. New items. Night on the Town. PCS2 skins, if you're into that sort of thing. PUBG PlayStation Plus drop pack. PS Plus exclusive. So if you're on PlayStation, as part of PS Plus, you can get the Killer Clown set on PS4. Oh, that's cool. I think you can just. I think this is going to be free as part of PS Plus. It's amazing they're giving away the clown set, and then they say, "Hey, we got some free perks planned for Xbox players in October." So I think you're going to find that PUBG is free on Xbox in October. Some sales, and then we've got lots of bug fixes. You can read through all them. And there we go. So, fascinating update. Update 8.2. We've got the new MG3 LMG coming to loot boxes. And more exciting than that, though, for me, is the fact that they're going to be giving away PUBG on PlayStation in about a week's time, which is going to lead to many, many, many more players coming to the game, fingers crossed. Anyway, what do you think? Put your questions and comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of this, press subscribe. And I'll see you again soon.